Native American. Native American ancestry reflects one of the oldest and most isolated human expansions outside Africa. Early populations crossed the Bering Land Bridge during the last ice age, moving through Arctic tundra, Pacific coasts, and deep continental interiors. This long migration shaped traits centered on cold endurance, metabolic efficiency, and immune adaptation to low-pathogen environments. Many communities developed variants supporting fat metabolism, glucose regulation, and higher brown fat activation, useful for survival in sub-zero climates and long-distance travel. Pigmentation remained generally medium to dark because UV exposure varied across latitudes, from equatorial Andes to northern Canada. Facial structure trends, broad cheekbones, robust midface, are linked to cold air warming and developmental adaptations from ancestral Siberian populations. Genetic diversity later expanded as groups adapted to rainforest humidity, Andean altitude, or Great Plains drought. Altitude-adapted communities, especially in the Andes, show strong selection for oxygen transport and elevated hemoglobin efficiency. Meanwhile, Amazonian groups display immune traits shaped by dense biodiversity and high pathogen environments. Across both North and South America, Native American ancestry represents a spectrum of environmental responses layered on an ancient Siberian foundation, producing a lineage shaped by isolation, climate extremes, and region-specific ecological pressures. Pacific Islander and broader Oceanian. Pacific Islander and broader Oceanian ancestry reflects adaptation to isolated islands, long-distance ocean travel, and diets centered on starchy root crops and marine foods. These environments shape traits tied to muscle performance, water-salt balance, carbohydrate metabolism, and immune patterns influenced by small, closed populations. Many groups show tendencies towards strong, power-oriented muscle function, supported by variants affecting fast-twitch fibers and mitochondrial efficiency, useful for paddling, hauling, and navigating open seas. Water conservation was also crucial. Traits enhancing kidney reabsorption and electrolyte stability help maintain hydration in humid, high-heat environments with limited fresh water. Diet-based adaptation includes efficient processing of taro, yam, breadfruit, and seafood, with higher amylase activity aiding starch breakdown and omega-3 metabolism supporting energy stability. Immune diversity trends remain narrower due to geographic isolation, where fewer but persistent local pathogens shape selection pressures. Overall, this ancestry represents a blend of maritime endurance, island ecology, and nutritional specialization. Don't just watch the world, subscribe and understand it. North African and Middle Eastern. North African and Middle Eastern ancestry reflects adaptation to dry climates, strong sunlight, variable food access, and dense trade-linked populations. These pressures shape traits that improve heat tolerance, water conservation, and immune flexibility. Hydration control is a key feature. Variants affecting sweat rate, kidney water reabsorption, and salt balance help reduce fluid loss and stabilize blood pressure in desert conditions. Metabolic conservation also played a role. In regions where food availability shifted with seasons or trade, some variants supported efficient fat storage and slower energy use, helping people maintain strength during long periods of scarcity. Immune traits show the influence of historic trade routes, exposure to pathogens from multiple regions selected for immune variants capable of recognizing a wide range of bacteria and viruses. Overall, this ancestry reflects heat resilience, resource efficiency, and broad-spectrum immunity. Northern European. North European ancestry reflects long-term adaptation to cold continental and maritime climates with limited winter sunlight. Low melanin pigmentation supported vitamin D synthesis in low UV regions, while metabolic traits favored efficient energy storage during long, resource-scarce winters. Facial features often include narrower nasal passages and a more elongated mid-face, helping warm and humidify cold, dry air before it enters the lungs. High dairy reliance over millennia led to strong selection for lactase persistence, allowing adults to digest milk as a stable calorie source. Immune-related diversity expanded through repeated migration waves and cultural mixing across northern forests, river basins, and open plains. Coastal populations developed traits tied to fat metabolism and cold water exposure, while inland groups adapted to grain-based diets and seasonal temperature extremes. Overall, North European ancestry represents a broad, climate-driven genetic profile shaped by low sunlight, cold seasons, and long settlement continuity. Sub-Saharan African. Sub-Saharan African ancestry contains the greatest genetic diversity, creating a wide range of adaptations tied to heat tolerance, pathogen exposure, and physical performance. Because humans have lived in this region the longest, many inherited patterns are shaped by hot climates and high disease pressure, appearing as population trends rather than fixed traits in every individual. Heat management is a core feature. Variants influencing sweat efficiency, strong skin barrier function, and higher melanin levels help protect against intense sunlight and maintain cellular stability under strong UV radiation. Immune adaptations reflect long exposure to parasites and rapidly evolving viruses. A broad array of HLA variants improves pathogen recognition, while certain blood cell traits historically reduced malaria severity by disrupting the parasite's life cycle. Musculoskeletal and metabolic tendencies also show long-term mobility demands. Some variants support greater baseline power or speed, while efficient glucose use aligns with environments where high physical activity was a routine.